Erin Blanchfield's journey through 2024 has been nothing short of a powerful statement to the MMA world. After suffering her first UFC loss earlier in the year, many wondered how she would respond. Would the rising star fade, or would she rise again, stronger, sharper, more dangerous? She answered that question emphatically this past November. In the main event of UFC Fight Night 246, Blanchfield faced none other than former strawweight champion Rose Namajunas, a name etched into the legacy of women's MMA. This wasn't just a fight. It was a test of her skills, her heart, and her ability to grow from adversity. And Blanchfield passed that test with poise and dominance. Going all 5 rounds against a legend like Namajunas is no small feat. But it wasn't just about surviving, it was about thriving. Blanchfield showed noticeable improvements in her striking, an area where critics once pointed out holes in her game. She was composed, tactical, and fearless. Every jab, every cross, every movement was calculated. She had clearly put in the hours, sharpening her tools, tightening her defense, and improving her offensive arsenal. But it wasn't just the striking that impressed. Blanchfield's grappling, her bread and butter, was as relentless and technically sound as ever. She blended her transitions beautifully, controlled the pace, and never allowed Namajunas to feel comfortable. This was a showcase of a complete mixed martial artist coming into her own. That win didn't just put her back in the conversation, it may have propelled her to the front of the line. It was, without question, the biggest victory of her career. It silenced the doubters and reignited the momentum she had built before her first setback. And now, the next chapter is already underway. Blanchfield steps back into the octagon this Saturday, ready to headline UFC on ESPN 68 from the UFC Apex in Las Vegas. Her opponent, Maycee Barber, another top contender with her own path of resilience and ambition. It's a fight that could very well determine the next challenger for the UFC flyweight title. This matchup isn't just about rankings. It's about evolution. It's about proving who belongs at the top. Both fighters are young, hungry, and have tasted both glory and disappointment. But Blanchfield walks into this bout carrying the momentum of a signature win, and the confidence of someone who knows she belongs on the biggest stage. The stakes are sky high. A win over Barber could catapult her into a title shot, potentially setting her up for a showdown with the reigning queen of the division. But more than anything, it's another opportunity for Blanchfield to continue defining her legacy. She isn't just fighting opponents anymore, she's fighting to etch her name in history. To prove that she's not just a rising star, but a force to be reckoned with. That first loss in the UFC wasn't a failure, it was a catalyst. It exposed what needed to be refined. It forced her to adapt. And it ultimately made her better. Her mentality has shifted. She's no longer just the prodigy with potential. She's now a contender with purpose. A fighter with a mission. And when she steps into the cage against Maycee Barber, she'll be carrying more than just fight gear, she'll be carrying the weight of her resurgence. Everything she's done in 2024 has led to this. The training camps, the hours in the gym, the strategy, the sacrifices. It's all pointing to this moment, a main event bout where the winner walks away with not just a victory, but with their eyes set on UFC gold. For Blanchfield, it's about redemption, reputation, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. Her fans can feel the shift. Her coaches see the difference. She's sharper, stronger, and more focused than ever before. This isn't just another fight. It's a statement. Erin Blanchfield isn't going anywhere. She's here to stay, and she's coming for the top.